Well, I always want to do better. I think that's the goal. You know, I get up every day. I want to be a better filmmaker, a better person, and you know, I think that's something that I feel like a lot of times with franchise and sequels, people take formulas that they think it works and they just want to recycle it and make more money. And that's something I'm very proud of that we try not to do here. I know I don't want to do that here. This is my third movie. I just don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I want to make it better. That's the goal, you know. And I have a studio that backs me and really does support me, because if you look at all the Fast and Furious films, all 5 of them, they've been all very different stylistically and visually. So to have that freedom, to have that kind of support, to be able to try to, you know, help the franchise evolve, that means a lot, you know. And I think this is number 5, and I know that people think number 5 is supposed to be tired and maybe flat, but I feel like we're just getting into our groove, you know. And the reason why we get the chance to do a number 5 is because people love the past ones and they want to see the journey continue. So that means a lot to me. It's a privilege, you know, and that's something that when we approach, when I talk to Tyrese, the cast, the crew, we all take that very seriously.
I can translate that if you want. We speak the same language. I love it, man. I love it. To be honest, man, I was just really honored to get that phone call, you know, very happy to get that phone call. Fast and the Furious was my second movie ever, and love working with Paul Walker. Me and Justin did a film before we did Fast and the Furious, so it felt like a family reunion. You know, we were on the set, all of the personalities and the energy and the mission to get a good movie done. And because we know each other, we just was on the set laughing every day, having a good time. And it was just fun, man. It was a lot of pressure, but we had a great time making this movie.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing that I aside from being a filmmaker, just as a film viewer, I always enjoy about, you know, franchise movies is this connection, you know, and especially in this franchise, you know, aside from all the fast cars and beautiful women, beautiful people, it's really about the exploration of the idea of family in a very untraditional sense. And to me, it just seemed natural that you have these connections with these characters, that you want to see them interact, you know. And so when the 5th one came out, it just became natural that you want to see all these characters come back together and see how they connect. My job as a director is to try to put everybody in the best position to succeed, you know. A lot of times when I show up on set, there's 13 different actors, especially on this film, and everybody has very different ways of working, you know. Like Vin is very much of a New York actor. You know, we talk for hours before we even get on set, and then we talk even more, and it's about making adjustments, you know. And Paul's very instinctual, so my job is to try to put him in that situation where he can just flow into it, you know. And Tyrese works very different, you know, just making sure that the energy and is there, and then we just kind of go for it, you know. Tego Down Amara, they just show up, and I'm just trying to, you know, I'm trying to figure out where they are that day so we can kind of work. So everybody has different ways of working, and it's my job to try to help them to maximize.
Sometimes they're in Puerto Rico, other times they're on the set, you know.
Obviously, I think when after the 4th one, and they you know, I found out we were going to be able to do another one. I flew around and the world just to see different cities, and as soon as I landed at Rio, it felt totally appropriate, because if you look at this cast, you know, I'm very proud of this cast, because you look at it's ethnically very diverse, you know, and as soon as you go to Rio, you realize it perfectly complements that. And it's obviously also visually stunning. And I felt like if these characters had to meet anywhere in the world outside the U.S., it would be Rio.
Well, I can't say. I don't really get into who's my favorite or not. I think what's rare in this business is for you to work with people and then stay in touch with them and still hang out with them after you finish working on the movie. because everybody has a responsibility to be professional and give each other good energy while you're on the set. But when they say, all right, it's a wrap, and everybody celebrates, who's really going to still be in touch with each other? Or are you guys just giving each other good energy while you're on the set? And so I can count on my fingers the people that I'm still in touch with after we wrapped. And so that's what's important to me, that you hang out with somebody, you like them, and then you still hang out with them when the movies are over.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.